what's up? I'm coming to you live from downtown Toronto. It's your boy, LD Love, and if you don't know by now, LD stands for long distance. And you're watching New Scott Adventures on newscott.com. And you know what? I think I've been on almost as many New Scott adventures as New Scott himself. You ask him who the first adventure he took was with, and he'll tell you, Big Juicy, Uncle Juicy, LD Love. Woo!
Look at this. Look at this. New Scott swag, so get on it. Get you some.
That's right.
Get you some.
Right, so, do we do the introduction of where we're going?
So the time is 4:44 p.m. on, what's the date? May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Sorry. I'll answer my own questions, thank you. May 3rd. We are at a 2.5 hour drive away from the venue, but we couldn't leave till now. So we should get there in theory about a minute before the bell rings if there's no traffic, no stops, anything of that nature.
I'm concerned.
You better be in the main event.
Yeah, I hope so, because
Should be anyway.
now,
It better
Jeff,
be the main event.
well,
Right.
Jeff, if you're there, you're probably on first, so you
More likely.
have a minute to get dressed. So what
And put your match
what
together.
we gotta do is maybe get Harold to drive. I'll film later on while you get changed in the back seat.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Because, I mean, honestly, you can't show up with.
Just don't film me changing though.
Well,
That's a little discomforting.
Can we just use those like squares that like blur out your parts? So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know if they make squares that small, but
No.
I'll.
Okay.
Here's the question. Here's the
This is a question that everyone must be asked at least once in their life. Jeff, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Traveling across the world.
But I want But be more specific.
yeah.
I want
More specific.
Be,
Okay.
I want to
be more specific.
be specific. Be specific.
Sorry. But I'm simple.
Okay. So you want to travel? Is there anywhere you like want to go like specifically?
It's a hard word to say.
Just the UK.
Just UK?
Yep.
Okay. For wrestling, obviously.
Yep.
Why the UK?
There's just a lot more to see down
it's
there.
good, yeah.
Great sceneries.
Three series.
A lot of good wrestlers.
Yeah, that too.
Alright.
Like the-
Love.
There's too much traffic here for us to get there on time.
And this is what, yeah, so right now, this is lovely Friday evening traffic.
It's been a good 10 minutes and we've moved a good 3 feet. We're gonna have to make this up with some speed in there, fella.
Will do.
Okay.
Jeff, how fast are you willing to speed
I say
for the
160.
business?
Very.
Very willing.
I feel the need.
Very.
Birthday.
Dylan, you're gonna get jeffed up.
Hey, you threatening me, Jeff?
I am.
What does jeffed up mean? Is that what do you?
It's another way in saying you're gonna get messed up, but it's jeffed up.
I thought I meant get a lot of hugs. What is it about you that sets you apart that you realized early on? Because you weren't necessarily always as big as you are now, but you were always in shape.
Yeah.
You always looked the part. You've put on a lot of size over the last few years. But what was it about you that realized at one point that, okay, I might not be the tallest guy, but I'm gonna be one of the best looking guys, like with your body and whatnot? Because you did a bodybuilding show at one point too, right?
Yeah. Just for fun, really. I guess it started off. I watched guys like, of course, Dynamite Kid and
Yeah.
Benoit and like all these guys who were just short, jacked guys. And then so when I was younger,
He's letting you over here.
I knew I had to go. I knew like the gym and being big was part of like wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did some stuff like locally in Newfoundland for my first like few years, just a small little local company, nothing big, just all guys from home. And I wasn't in the gym, but I would run and do sit-ups and all that stuff. Steve Clark, he told me that I had to hustle because my spot was never guaranteed, that I had to be one of the ones that get his spot. So in my mind, it was okay. Well, I gotta join the gym. I gotta get as big as I can to keep my spot. I gotta work my ass off. So that was it. It was saying you have to hustle or your spot is gone.
Good.
is what made me.
That's awesome.
Like,
But you've also stuck with it for the last
Yeah.
10, 12 years, however long it's been.
Yeah, because-
And you, a lot of people will go to the gym and be like, okay, I'm working out, and they'll quit after 2 months.
yeah, I don't know. I guess it was that.
You actually enjoy it.
Yeah, for me, there's days I don't want to
Right,
go,
right.
but to me, it's part of that
part of the job.
lifestyle regimen. It's needed.
Respect my authority!
Lincoln Steed.
I'd squash him. Like a bug.
No, sound a little bit arrogant.
I'm gonna say exactly that.
No, say-
What if Frankenstein, myself, was the face Firefly? I'd squash him. Like a bug. How does that end like that?
Say
Bye.
something like fire.
Does that make any sense?
Hey, get in
I stretch him like taffy.
No, get in the ring.
Did you? Oh shit, the microphone's out. Shit. What? Oh.
What? What?
What?
What?
You don't even sound like awesome when you do it. You sound like you got like something.
What?
I beat up this kid at a party. My party. Oh, Dad. Okay, that's good. Anyways, I beat up this kid at a party. I was at a party and I kicked him out of my house 5 times.
What?
And I eventually got him down.
What?
He's a cameraman.
Well, I'm gonna do what I was doing to him. I'm on top of him like this, right? And I got my knees on his shoulders, but I can't do it to him because he'll lose.
This is triple X rated.
And I'm getting in front of him, and he's like, Mater, come on, man, why can't I stay? And I'm like, what? And I start slapping him in the face, like, what? My watch says he doesn't want to hear you. What? Boom, the wrist. He loved it. Loved it.
He loved it, did he?
He only loved this, didn't he? You're too cute in your bed.
So Lincoln, those pants look pretty blue. What, did you go buy a new pair of pants?
Yes.
Well, they are kind of blue. And blue jeans, when we go back, I really shouldn't tell you this story, but I'll tell you it. See, I went to this pair of blue jeans. That was funny. I went in the rain, it was starting to rain already. And my pants are blue. There's this big puddle, and it was kind of brown water.
What happened with the brown water and the blue jeans?
Well, the brown water and the blue jeans kind of mixed, but the brown water didn't turn blue like I thought it would. But my blue jeans turned brown, and then that kind of made me cry.
Did you try a lot, or was it just a little snip?
Well, at first it was a little snipple, and then it was more like a and then I kind of lost my breath, and I passed out in the puddle. But this person came by.
Pass it over in front of like house kind of bench, you get drowned.
I know that now. I almost did. But this guy passed by and he said, "Here, your pants are going to turn the puddle blue. They're going to make you drown." So I said, "Okay." By the way, her name, it was actually a girl and a guy. Her name was some
What the fuck are you
Eugenie,
doing?
but she had a brother who liked the box, but they kept losing.
Did he bleed a lot?
Yeah, he played a lot. So she went on the internet to try to find stuff on boxing, and she go on a nice white English lady taught English. So she taught to use computer.
What were you using to find Boston?
I typed in the word
That's gotta go
boxing,
on.
but sports. But up came wrestling. I don't know that.
It's a thing. They have this ring, and guys wearing tights, body slam each other. Yeah. It's slam.
Slim, so that, but her brother boxed, but he's not good. He loses a lot. But he a shepherd.
Like the ones that are in the fields with the sheep.
That was a woman.
With the sheep, yeah, with the sheep. And the village, the people in the village make fun of him for sheep. They go ba 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 to him, and he get mad. That's why he try to.
Hello! Let's get this fucking
Was the field like with a cliff, so they pushed back?
Yeah, it was a big cliff. He said, look at the cliff. I didn't understand why though.
It's weird, but I don't know.
But I think moral of the story is blue jeans won't turn brown color. Brown color will turn you almost brown. And you're made to present brown.
Grab the table there, Charlie. Gotta come over here.
Geet.
Okay, let's get.
When you Did you cut your hair? You son of a bitch.
Some woman just called. She said.
I don't understand how Mr. Ego got his name. They treat me like I'm Hulk fucking Hogan. They're loving it. You can hit a Van Terminator? Yes, I can. That's pretty hard to do, isn't it? Yes. My mom's not gonna see this tape and shit.
Yeah.
Suck.
They do.
Triple fat, 3, triple fat. Today there's a triple fat sad. Double check, the front desk, please.
Aaron?
Can I have some fun?
No. Over.
And
Oh shit, I fucked up. Devin Shittick.
just tape something sensitive.
Hey, Devin! I know you can hear me! This building is not that big!
Who's on the
I
phone?
was on the phone. I'm JDM. I'm gonna dance cause I'm JDM. What are you talking about?
Respect my authority!
Lincoln Steed.
It's easy to not go to the gym and eat like shit on the road, but the extra bit of work makes a big difference. You know what I mean? Like,
Sets you apart.
It
shouldn't, but
Yeah.
it does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not everyone's got to look like Cena or whatever.
No.
But everyone should be in shape, right?
It's something. Yeah, it's like, you know, and the guys who will get mad at this, but like, I believe personally that you can't pay to see your neighbor. If that makes sense. Wrestlers,
100%. I shouldn't sit in the front row and be like, I look better than that guy.
Yeah.
Or I could beat that guy up.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's like wrestling. You know, when you walk in a room, people need to know that you're something.
Yeah.
You don't need to know
when Pete walks into a room, they might not know he's a wrestler, but they know he's something.
Yeah,
Right?
like exactly. Like, you don't walk in there and I've seen it numerous times. People go, "I'm a wrestler," and then people go, "You're a wrestler?" Like, you know, and it's like okay, but when you go, yeah, people stare at you and go, you know, I'm not sure what you wear, and I've seen it with Pete and Mike and Titus before too.
Yeah,
on
Titus
the
is
road,
another
too.
one. Because Titus isn't jacked, but he has a look.
Exactly. So
Right?
I remember being on the road in Newfoundland over the years. One time at a bar, I believe it was Marystown, I think, and someone going up to goes, "I don't know what you are, but you're something."
Yeah.
The exact line maybe is maybe it wasn't those words, but it was
Right.
those lines of like, I know you're something cool, but I'm not sure what it is. It's just, again, you need to be larger than life.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It's true.
You gotta be a character. You gotta be something that stands out as a tough guy, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Whatever. But you can't be an average guy and expect to get ahead in wrestling. Dan does the bus there.
That was the bus.
Jeff's like, I met these towns.
Fuck the bus.
Yeah, public transit. I'm Jeff Ferguson. You know what I mean? But Jeff. Them legit give the raw. Like, Jeff's working a full day. He's driving right to the show.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. He wasn't even necessarily booked on this show.
No.
Like, we didn't have a way there, and you're like, you told me, then you're like, Jeff's gonna drive.
He had us,
and he probably said yes instantly, you know what I mean? Just for the opportunity.
Immediately, right?
Just for the opportunity to, like, drive up there and possibly get a match on the show, but also help you out to get there, right?
Exactly. And going back to that one too. So, Jeff, you're doing that. It's cool. You know, getting in the car when you're not booked.
Yeah.
Sometimes get you booked.
Yeah, 100%.
It's got me a few bookings along the way.
Exactly.
Like,
You know what I mean?
went to Philly one time with Sarah, and Scott just jumped in the car and ended up getting booked in a battle royal on the first show, the first day, and then against. Do you guys know who Angry Wrestling Vet is? The guy on the internet.
I know his Facebook page.
You know his Facebook page?
Yeah.
He was a wrestler before named Supreme Lee Great. I didn't know I'd put this together 2 years later. But Scott wrestled him on the show the next day. So if Scott didn't come with us, he wouldn't have had an opportunity to work either of those shows, right? And it was for Office WXW.
Yeah.
Fucking Batista was on that card, right? So who knows? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Didn't you say Slick Wagner Brown was on that too?
Slick Wagner Brown was
Yeah.
on that. April Hunter, Jamal, he was Jamal at the time, but became Umaga later, was on that. Tito Santana, it was like stacked, right?
No way.
But yeah, Scotty just came in for the drive and ended up on both shows, right?
Yeah.
So that's what you got to do.
That's how you do it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it pays off to do that. So like, how many times, Jeff?
So Dynamite, how do you care for a horse? What do you do?
I have no idea. I guess I'd assume you would feed a horse some hay. You'd probably feed it a carrot, but like how many carrots is too many carrots? You know, and how is a horse to tell you it's full? You know what I mean? I was a big horse. I mean, I wouldn't know. I assume they get thirsty.
What do they drink?
Water, I hope.
Is that it?
Vodka, maybe?
Jeff!
Jeff, would you really feed a horse vodka?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would.
Maybe they enjoy it. Who knows? Where would you find out the information on how to care for a horse?
I would Google it. I would definitely Google it.
I was just about to say that.
What would you
It works.
Google?
I was.
How to care for a horse.
That's not funny at all.
How to care.
Justin, is Covered Bridge a sponsor of UCW now?
I guess. Every time we come here, Stan Hatter fucking hooks it up, and we're all big fans of chips because deep down we're all fat asses. Of course, we love these after a good day.
That's awesome.
Just don't tell Swab there's any here because he's a huge chip fanatic. Yes, Frank Reynolds. Yes. So. Ali's the other way down. There you go. There you go, Ali. Turn.
Guess whose ass I get to kick on June 26th at Doolittle's Bar in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia? Drum roll, please. Alicia Edwards. Now, let's give her that. She's wrestled a lot of names, accomplished a lot of things, and, you know, she's been pretty much everywhere. So, I give her that. I have a lot of respect for her. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. Come June 26th, I'll show you why I don't care and it doesn't matter to me where you've been or what you've done. Là, quand tu vas montrer ta face, là, je vais te montrer pourquoi je m'en calisse. Puis devant tous les petits fans qui vont boire leur bière comme des estis de calices d'alcooliques. See you all there.
It was really fun. It was kind of, at first I thought I'd be really freaking out and have like a deer in the headlights kind of thing. Because I'm like, oh my God, look at all the people. I mean, when you're in the audience seeing everyone, you're like, well, look at everybody kind of thing.
Yeah.
But when you're actually being part of it, you're like, look at the people.
Yeah. Were you nervous at all ahead of time? Like,
just the
you've done music and stuff. Like, you've performed and sung on like stages and karaoke and stuff like that. Like, was it the same or different or?
It had that same rush feeling that like when you're gonna go on stage and you're like, oh my God, I just want to get on, I just want to do this. Like, it's more likely, I like to say it's your positive energy just like losing it. You're like a soda can going like,
Yeah.
and you can't wait. And I first you think it's like a bunch of nervousness, but you want to do so good and put on a good show, and you're like, I hope people like me, I guess, even though
Now, I know I tried to explain some things to you about like backstage etiquette and things like that. Was there anybody else out back or involved that you reached out to for advice on like what to do, how to act, what not to do?
definitely between you and Devin and Peter Brody Steele, definitely learning so much that first day. Like, my brain was like a sponge trying to absorb everything, and I'm like, I hope I remember everything. Just the main thing is respect is key. Like, don't be a dick.
My arms in.
See if I can do it.
Jesus fucking Christ. The weapons. From the fans bring the weapons. Introduce the weapons, Nicholas.
Got a guitar, got a skateboard, got a driver, got some keyboards, got some Game of Thrones kind of shit. You got a bop it.
A belt? What's the sign?
Sign.
No, this one.
Oh, that one?
The yellow one.
The yellow?
Yeah, oh, slow.
Slow down. I'm hitting people's heads.
Got fucking, here we go. Stuffed sharks.
Yeah. I got a sign here. New hook sucks.
New hook sucks.
It's already broken.
We got some arrows.
What are these called?
They're for swimming. I can't remember what they're called. Oh, they're called noodles.
Yeah, noodles.
Noodles.
Got a back scratcher.
Sweet. Them's the weapons. Oh wow, I didn't even see that one.
Winter's over, so they got rid of the brush.
Sweet. And these are the weapons for tonight's Fans Bring the Weapons. Excited, Dave? Are you pumped?
Very excited.
Are you ready?
I'm watching out for my table.
You're watching out for your table, yeah. I wonder why. Channing Decker's in another match, though. It'll probably be broken before that.
Hopefully it's not the first match.